What is up, guys? It is the Bluebloods here, and I told you guys I was going to get you guys some of the names y'all sent me, and we have one. I would say probably arguably one of the best DBs in college football right now. We got our guy Darius Joiner, top 10 finisher for the Buck Buchanan Award, all Missouri Valley Conference, FCS All American. This guy had everything, all newcomer award, everything, man. He had 141 tackles, guys, this year from the safety spot, which is ridiculous. Led the FCS. So, Darius, man, appreciate you coming on the show.
Appreciate it. Appreciate you for having me.
Man, so we got to go all the way back, man. Roanoke, Alabama, man. Your recruiting process, you were a state champion, all state, player. Walk me through your recruiting process. Who was recruiting you the hardest, and what teams were you talking to and things like that?
Coming out of high school, I really thought I was a basketball player. I had a preferred walk on at Mississippi State, but one night we had a basketball game one day, and Coach Brandon Hall, right now, he just went to Oklahoma to be their safeties coach. He walked in the gym and he talked to me, and I was just like, shoot, they right up the road, Jacksonville right up the road. Let me just go make that trip. They always had good players, and they still do. So I felt like it was a good move for me.
Absolutely, man. So, outside of just being close to home, man, did you know when he wanted Jacksonville State? Kind of walk me through your decision making process with you and your family on what really drew you to Jacksonville State.
I just love when I went on my visit. I don't know if you know Marlon Bridges. He was 4-time All-American in Jacksonville. They had Saran Neal, Darius Jackson, all great players. Saran's in the league right now. I just love the people and the experiences I had when I went on my visit, and along with being close to home, and they're still a good team, good program, great coaches. I said, let me just go on and be a part of that.
Absolutely, man. So, you have a successful career at Jacksonville State, but you ultimately decide to transfer. Kind of walk me through what factors led to your decision to transfer away from Jacksonville State.
Jacksonville State is like we were so good. It was just like every year the coaches would just be cycling in and cycling out. We would get. I had 3 different DCs since I was there, and I think I got 4 rings since I was there. And it was a great time there. I just feel like I learned a new program, a new system, really every year since I've been there. So I might as well try something different. I've always seen Alabama. I was like, let me just see what other part of the world I could really go see.
Right. And then kind of building off of that too, before we get into your recruiting process in Western Illinois, I've asked every player from those Jacksonville State teams about this, and I'm very interested to hear your answer. As you see on social media, whether it's you, Jaquez, Peyton, people who have left the program are still very close to the current players and players you play with at Jacksonville State. Can you kind of speak on the culture and how you guys, especially as DBs, are so close?
It's crazy how it all started. Like we all, at least I know my class, we all came in young bucks, wet behind the ears, thought we was good, but we always put in the grind. Ewell Gowdy, Jeremiah Harris, Tate Tullis. It's just almost everybody in our class was just fighting tooth and nail every day. Our freshman year just to be good, just to try to make a name for ourselves, and that really made us bond closer together, and we just always try to push each other. It don't matter where we at now. I'm in Western Illinois now. I still talk to Ewell, Tay, Jero, Jaquez, all them boys. If I need to ask them about some techniques, if they play corner, I hit them up and they'll tell me, "Hey, Darius, you might could have did this better." I see something they did in the game, be like, "Hey, you should have really did that." And we got that type of relationship. So because we know we work together and we know what work we put in, so it's like you can criticize your brother because you got the best interest for him.
Oh man, I love to see it. It's really great to see you guys retweeting each other's highlights and accomplishments and things like that. But walk me through, man. So we've talked about your high school recruiting process. How different was the recruiting process out of Roanoke and Hadley High School to coming out of Jacksonville State as a productive and accomplished defensive back?
Um, Jacksonville State was really the first school to offer me for real in football. So I went on that visit and I committed. I really didn't have too much more traffic after that because it was right close to signing day when they did that. But like I said, I thought I was gonna go play basketball, so I really wasn't too much worried. I was just But Jacksonville, yeah, they were really all I was really focused on. But coming out of Jacksonville State, I mean, I had a lot of offers, a lot of MVC, Missouri Valley Conference offers, a lot of good teams, great teams. I just felt like I just need to be at Western. That was a place for me.
And so for you, what separated Western Illinois from other teams? Because I mean, we talk about the MVFC. You're talking the best of the best, the North Dakota State, South Dakota States. It goes on and on. National championship teams. What made Western Illinois the place for you?
When I was thinking about it, I was just like, I always want to play against the best, and I feel like a lot of Jacksonville teams I played on, I feel like we were the best, some of the best teams in the FCS, and we just stalled out second, third round every year, but that doesn't diminish the players and competition that I played against every day at practice. I was just like, I need to let me go see what that they say that's the best conference. Let me go see what it's talking about. Like not trying to shy away from anything, not trying to go to a little pity pat league to try to, make a name for myself. I say let me try to go do it at the best conference, and I'm gonna try to help Western Illinois the best way I can. That's what I was thinking.
Well, man, let's just say this. You proved yourself on the highest level because first team All American in the biggest in the biggest and best conference in the FCS according to most. How would you though grade your 2021 season, man?
I would give it a I would give it a C plus. I think I was really like I had a lot of stuff I really didn't get accomplished that I wanted to get accomplished. I got a couple of interceptions taken back from me, just how it was, and we didn't win like I usually wanted to help my team win. So that's really the main thing. Who would have won? I would give myself a B plus. I just feel like I could always do more to try to help my team win, and I feel like I always have room for improvement. So giving myself a C, I still got a lot I can still go work on and show y'all something better next year.
Mal, listen, if any, I need to see an A plus year. If 140 tackles, first team All American is a C plus. I need to see what that A plus year is. But you come from Jacksonville State into the MVFC. Can you talk about the grind, man? Because I mean, you could have a South Dakota, then South Dakota State, then a North Dakota State, and I mean, it just goes on and on and on. How tough is the grind compared to what you're used to coming out of Jacksonville State?
I mean, in the OVC, we had a couple of teams that we just knew we were better than. We had more talent than, and we just knew we were going to be able to just come, not really just show up, but if we just play our game, we don't really have to. You know what I'm saying? We just play our game, we can get it done easily. But in the Missouri Valley, is really no game like that. Even the worst team can beat the best team any week, and I mean, you don't even need to look at rankings because it's always a dogfight. Because everybody I played was really good. Western Illinois, we had the toughest schedule in the world this year. In a poll that I saw. So, I mean, I just really just enjoyed it, and I look forward to doing it again.
Oh, absolutely, man. So for you, how much does it mean to be a first team All American your first year Western Illinois coming in? Everyone's okay. This is the top conference. And you are the best, one of the best defensive players in the entire conference.
I mean, I just want to thank all my teammates and my coaches. It's really an award for them, because without them, I couldn't be in this situation that I'm in now. I mean, I never really think about trying to get awards or anything. I mean, I always feel like I'm the best DB to step on the field no matter where I'm at. So, I mean, it's great to see other people, seeing it as well. But it really too doesn't mean too much to me. I mean, it doesn't give me any entitlement for what I'm going to be able to do next year. I mean, it's in the past now. So I'm just trying to build on it, and we'll do better next year.
And so before we get to talking about you as a player, man, you got to walk me through 23 tackles in a game from the safety spot. How does that happen? Were you just out of your mind that game? What did you see on film that led that? Like, walk me through that day. Because, I mean, that was all over social media when you got 23 tackles in a game this year.
In the spring, Western had beat Youngstown State, and coach had showed us some film about how the energy that they played with. I wasn't there yet, but the energy that they played with to beat them. And I was just like, I'm not going to be the one that's not giving that type of effort, not giving that type of energy. And I'm just trying to put my best foot forward. So, I mean, I didn't know I had 23 tackles. I'm just trying to make every play that comes to me, if it's an interception or if it's a tackle. I'm just trying to put myself in the right position. But I mean, it was great because we won the game and 23 tackles. So I mean, a lot of people start knowing about me after that. But I mean, I don't even feel like that's my best game. They were just there that day, you know.
Hey, absolutely, man. It was a great performance, like you said. There were so many games. You don't finish top 10 in the Buck Buchanan by only having one good game. It's got to be an entire season. And so, for you, looking at yourself as a player, just critically evaluating yourself, what do you think your biggest and best strengths are as a player?
I feel like I'm smart and I'm versatile. I feel like I could cover really well. I feel like I could tackle well. I feel like I could play corner if I had to. Um, yeah, I feel like I'm very versatile. I don't feel like I have too many weaknesses. But I mean, I just when I go into the off season, I just want to make my strengths, like just make sure my footwork is right, make sure I still put myself through the amount of reps that I need to be the best player that I need to be coming up to the next season.
And being a safety, you have to account for so much because you have to be great in pass coverage, step up in the run game. You have to know a bunch of different roles, coverages, run fits, everything. When you turn on the film of watching an offense go into game week, kind of walk me through what are you looking for the most? Who are you watching closely? Walk me through your film study process.
Mainly, I just look for formations and tendencies. I really don't too much try to look into who the other team has, like who their best players are. I mean, I look at the film, obviously, but I mean, at the end of the day, they played somebody else. It wasn't me who they were playing, and it wasn't. So I'm not going to just judge myself off what they did. I mean, I'm going to look at it, obviously, but once I get the tendencies and I see the understand the formations and what plays they like running out of that formation, I just want to play fast at that point. I mean, it don't really too much matter who it is who gets the ball or doesn't too much matter at that point.
Oh man, I like it. I love talking to players about how they watch them because everybody likes to do it a bit differently. But looking at yourself as a player, man, who are the NFL DBs that you try to model your game after the most, or that you would compare your game to right now?
I like Jesse Bates. I like the Denver safety, Justin Simons, and I like Buddha. I'm not really as much of a Buddha. Like I don't really play too much like Buddha, but I like trying to incorporate some of the things he does in his game as well into
Oh,
mine.
that all good choices. And Justin for the Broncos is a monster over that. I don't think he gets enough credit, enough shine out there. But man, I'd like to do these for each position we have on the show. So if you had to pick one, speed or ball skills, what's more important for a DB?
That's tough. That's tough. I mean, if I was playing corner, I would say speed, but as a safety, I'm gonna say ball skills. I feel like you should be able to go get the ball out the air. It's vital that you got ball skills. That's one of the reasons I gave myself a C because the quarterbacks didn't really throw it too much over there towards me, so I really couldn't just too much show off my ball skills. I think I got one pass caught of me for all year, so it'll
Oh,
be all right.
yeah, that's you're gonna have to start doing like the Ed Reed thing, baiting them into throwing over there, look like you don't know what you're doing, and just snag it. But if you're on one-on-one coverage, I know you play safety, so it's only a handful of times. What's the number one mistake a wide receiver can make against you?
Number one mistake he can do is give me his chest and let me put my hands in his chest because if I do that, then he's really down for it.
Oh man, that must be a Jacksonville State thing. Every Jacksonville State DB I've had on here says, "Don't let me get my hands on you. I'm gonna be too strong for you." So that
Yeah.
must be a strict conditioning thing over there, man. But I know every player's different, and just I know some people are superstitious, some people aren't. What is your pregame routine on game days? How do you get ready for the moment?
I'm not really superstitious. All I do I just listen to music. I just try to put myself in a zone to where I feel like best suits me for the game. I mean, I don't want to be too angry. I don't want to be too calm. I just want to be able to, I don't know. It's just I don't even know how to describe it. It's just a mellow ground that I need to be in to be at my best.
Oh, like it, man. And this is such a DB question because you guys are notorious. Wide receivers I've had on here hate playing trash talking DBs. Every DB I've had on here talks a lot of trash, especially when you look at some of the Jacksonville State guys we've had on here who were on that team with you. How big of a trash talker are you during the game?
I'm really the quiet one, but I feel like a lot of people try to come at me. I don't know why, but when they come at me, I just feel like, hey, I gotta give you something then. couple of times happened to me this year. I'd just be chilling and somebody just come whisper something in my ear, and I'd just be like, "Me?" You just gotta get it popping from there.
Hey man, hey, when you're the best, they got to try to get you off your game. That's how you know they got to try to get you off your game. And I want to take it back to JSU just once more second, man. Who was the biggest trash talker on the DBs? Because Jaquez has been accused, Nicario's been accused. So for you, who was the biggest trash talker on that old Jacksonville State team?
I think it's Jaquez. I think it's Jaquez. He's crazy. You don't want to even see him. You don't even want to see him playing Madden. Like he talks so crazy playing Madden.
Oh man, that competitiveness, man. And how competitive were y'all each day, man? How competitive is practice for you? So do the DBs just push each other, as far as they can? Are y'all talking to each other? Like, walk me through what practice is like for you.
It was always competitive because nobody wanted to lose. I mean, it don't matter if you're first string, second string. I mean, whoever's the quarterback, they got to hear from all of us, because we had Coop, we had Zion. I mean, I don't think they really wanted to deal with us, even though they might say they did. They really didn't want to see us every day at practice. They know we really had the best defensive backs in the OVC, mainly in the FCS, to be honest, because I mean, every safety that I played with, almost in my position was an All-American. So I know we really were stacked.
Oh yeah, you don't have to be humble. It was the best in the FCS. I mean, I think I think if you combine them all, it's like 6 or 7 All-American awards just in the past 2 seasons this year from spring to fall. So definitely you don't have to be humble on that one, man. But going back, this could be high school, time at Jacksonville State, time at Western Illinois this year. Who is the best offensive player you've ever faced?
That's a good question. That's a great question. Who is the best? That's a great question. I don't even know. I don't even know. I don't even know how to give you an answer to that.
You can give me if there's different positions, you can give me 1 or 2 for each position to make it easier on you.
Gosh, that's crazy. That's crazy. Let me just say, I'm just gonna say Josh Pearson because I don't know. I don't really just know too many teams I played against. I'm just not clicking right now. I'm gonna just say Josh Pearson. He went and played on with the Bucks. I'm gonna just give it to him.
Oh man, it's not a bad pick at all, man. Not a bad pick. So for you, looking ahead, what are your personal goals for the 2022 season?
Just get 1% better every day. Just go into the season faster, stronger than I am now, and wiser than I am now. And I just feel like everything can fall into place. I don't really put too much pressure on myself to go lead the nation in tackles, interceptions, or anything like that. I just want to put myself in position to be the best player I can every day and every play. I just feel like everything will work out for itself.
Absolutely. Hey, if there's a favorite, guys, for the Buck Buchanan next year, I'm putting my money on this guy right here because I mean, because 6th place in his first year, it's going to happen. I'm telling y'all, I'm expecting a finalist, man. But for you, you've been an All-American. You get all the praise and accolades all over social media. What keeps you motivated year in and year out, man?
Because sometimes I can remember like how I felt when I wasn't the starter, how I felt when Marlon was, when he was the starter, when he was getting his All-American nods, and I was behind him just learning in the background. And when I couldn't play, sometimes like if I was hurt or something, I just remember like the fuel that I have from that, not being the man, not being him, that guy. So that just motivates me just to keep going because if you've ever not had something and then you get it, the worst thing to do is lose it, So that just motivates me.
Oh man, I like it. And so some of these were submitted by some of our members once I told them that you were coming on. So the first one is, do you think that FCS should create bowl games for teams who don't make the playoffs, similar to the FBS?
Let me I don't know why somebody called me. Let me see. Do I think the FCS should create bowl games? I do not think the FCS should create bowl games. I like the playoff format. I agree with how people should get in, and I like it. I don't think we should do the bowl game.
Oh, I like that answer. I think you were the first player to say that, so I like that answer. That's outside the box, man. But looking at, your conference, what opponent in the Missouri Valley Conference is your favorite to play, or do you get up the most to play?
I get up for all of them. I don't have a favorite. I didn't get a chance to play North Dakota State this year. They just weren't on the schedule. So, I mean, they're going to be my favorite whenever I get to play them because I haven't played them yet.
Oh, that Fargo Dome, man! If y'all get to take a trip there, I heard it is insane up there in North Dakota. But from all the teams you've played this year, who had the best stadium environment outside of Western Illinois?
Montana, it was rocking up there. They love themselves some football. I mean, it was bigger than the Florida State game. Like it was
Wow.
it was crazy. Like you see the mounds in the background and all those fans. It's rocking up there in Montana.
Yeah, I don't think that fan base to pack out, and especially with some of those December games they have, man, it's like -10, and they're out there short sleeve shirts.
They love it.
It's it's crazy. So for you, man, you can pick any non-conference team in the FCS. What team, if you got to be a scheduler, do you want to play before graduating, or you wish you could play?
I wish I could play them boys back at Jacksonville.
I don't blame you there. I figured that might be your answer, but that'd be one heck of a game too. And then finally, man, this is a tough one. What is one game this season you wish you could have back, and you guys could play one more time?
The Southern Illinois game we lost in overtime. We felt like we had that game in our grasp, and we just let it slip away from us. I feel like we could do that again. We would come out with the victory.
I like it. And then, man, finally, if next year, ultimately, when you head to the NFL, because I'm expecting your name to be called 2 Aprils from now in the NFL draft, what will an NFL franchise get in Darius Joiner?
They're gonna get a great player, a great person, a God-fearing man, and somebody who wants to come in and work hard and push us to be their best as well as want to be pushed to be his best. And somebody who's going to want to be there for a long time and somebody who's going to be in the NFL for a long time. So that's all they're going to get from me.
Oh, man. I love it, man. I love it. But, man, Darius, I appreciate you giving me some of your time. You were one of the guests that our members were like, you got to get the, like, and one of them was like, I don't remember his name, is the guy that had all the tackles at Western Illinois. And I was like, I got you. I know who it is. But, man, this is your time in the year of NIL and everything. Let them know where they can find you on social media. Any shout outs, anything you want to say or plug right now, man, this time is yours.
Oh, my man, you can find me on Twitter at Darius Joiner 24, Instagram at Darius Joiner 24. I mean, I'm accepting ready for all the NIL deals, all the food, all the clothes, anything. I mean, I can model. I mean, I could, any commercial you want me to, anything, I can do it all. So just send all the NIL deals my way. We can have some fun with it.
Hey, man, I got a feeling they're coming your way very soon, man. Being on the national stage like you were, man. But I appreciate it, guys. You all know it's always support the players on this show. So make sure to go follow Darius on all social media. The bigger his platform gets, the bigger and better NIL deals that he can set himself up. And I can't wait to hear your name called 2 Aprils from now, man, in the NFL draft. But I appreciate it. But, guys, for Darius, myself, and the Blue Bloods, we are out for right now.